Welcome Shima girls to another Shima hair video. I've been out for a while because Shima's been feeling under the weather, but now I'm feeling a little better and I cannot wait to get started because it's about that time that Shima touches up her roots again. As for the ladies that are curious which relaxer I use, it is the Dark and Lovely brand, which has been working pretty well for me, and I use the regular strength. You can use whatever brand you want, but I always recommend regular strength for under because it minimizes the damage. Remember that hair relaxers are chemicals, so we gotta be cautious. I detangled my hair already earlier, so this is all detangled hair, but this poofiness is all that new growth. I think it's been approximately 4 months since I last relaxed my hair, and I didn't keep a chart because I didn't think I was gonna go that long without relaxing my hair, but I don't know, I just felt empowered to feel all this new natural growth. So that's why I left it and I left it and I left it, and that's why it's poof. This is Shima's hair without it being straightened with curling irons, without it being relaxed. It's just, I just ran a comb through it. I detangled it with my fingers first and I just ran a comb through it and that's it. I did wash it about 3 days ago, so it's clean, and this is what you see. This is all my hair. This is the relaxed portion and this is the natural portion. So I want to get into that. When the relaxed hair meets the natural hair, it becomes extremely fragile. So we gotta be careful. That's where a lot of breakage occurs for a lot of you ladies that are transitioning. So the first rule to follow is detangle with the fingers first. Make sure the nails have been filed so it doesn't get caught in your hair. That's the way that I always do it, whether I'm relaxed or I'm growing it out. You know, because our hair gets tangled very easily. Afro-Textured hair gets tangled very easily. So we have to exercise extra caution. So detangle with the fingers first, pile them on up. Take your time, devote time for this. It's very important we devote as much time as possible to detangling, okay? Because that's where we ruin most of our efforts with the detangling process. When we have to detangle to wash our hair or get hair relaxers or style our hair, that detangling messes up the new growth, the length that has accumulated, okay? When this grows, this should get longer, okay, if you're following all the correct steps with the moisturizing and protective styling. So we have to, you know, do everything in our power to preserve that new length that we earned by following all the right techniques. So we tangle with your fingers first, then you take your wide tooth comb and you start coming from the ends on up. And all these steps are going to be demonstrated in my upcoming DVD coming out next year when I create my leave-in conditioner. Okay, so check that out. Okay, so this is all my new growth, and I'm hoping you can see the black part and the auburn part. So one thing that I suggest, if you want to, you know, chart your new growth, dye your hair a lighter color than your natural hair color is. So I dyed mine's a medium auburn, a rich auburn, and I had that demonstrated in my dyeing with Shima tutorial videos. So you can see how I dye my hair, because we can test, we can actually see all our new real hair growing out. We can actually see the natural color of our hair growing out. So hopefully you can see, and I parted it. I usually part mine, so hopefully you can see the black meeting the rich auburn color. Okay, so that's a lot of growth. Okay, and remember, the new growth shrinks up the hair, so that's why natural sisters, you natural Shima girls, you have very long hair, and you can tell when it's time to straighten your hair, like you usually do to test your new growth, or when you just pull down with your own fingers, you know, to see the length. You see all the way down to the hips, but then because the natural hair grew out, it kind of bounces up because of all the shrinkage. Okay, so so once again, this is what Shima's gonna be touching up her roots with. I would not apply it to all of my hair, okay? Keep that in mind. There's no need to apply a relaxer to all of your hair because this portion is already relaxed, okay? Sometimes some hairdressers do apply to all of the hair, or some of you on your own do apply to all of the hair. Nothing happens. Very lucky, okay? But don't do that because it's no reason to, because once the relaxer is applied to the hair, it changes the structure of that hair strand, okay? The natural texture, it changes it permanently, so there's no need to relax it again. I'm going to be using 2 of them, alright? And I hope they do last, okay? Because my hair has grown so much and I'm hoping it lasts for all of my new growth. Because I'm going to apply to my new growth only, I think it will last. But if I had to apply to all of my hair, I may need about three of these, okay? I have a relaxing with Shima tutorial posted, I think more than a year ago already, or a few months ago I posted it, so you can see how I relax my hair, and I relax it in portions because I have so much hair and I'm doing it by myself. Prefer to do it by myself because I don't like giving my hair to strangers, so to speak, because you know, some of you may have hairstylists that you trust for years and stuff to, you know, do your hair, but Shima prefers to take care of her hair herself. I have no one to blame if I make a mistake but me, myself. So I've received I've been receiving even more hair horror stories about hairstylists that are scissor happy. You tell them to trim your hair and they trim more than they don't trim, they actually cut your hair. This young lady, she just wanted a trim, a simple trim, and her hair was already shoulder length, and this hairstylist went and chopped even more, you know. So she literally chopped her hair about 3 inches worth of it, and because she was saying, oh no, your hair is uneven. They come up with all these things, you know. This is why I also have a video posted on trimming my hair with Shima. You have to check that out, and you have to do everything in your power to learn how to do all of these things that I'm telling you yourself, okay? That's all I can tell you. Try to learn how to take care of your hair yourself. Go to hairstylists on very, very, very special occasions only. I will go to them to get my hair braided. That's a very special occasion. And actually, I only did that just to demonstrate to you ladies what a protected style looks like with braids, and you know, and how to take care of it with the braids and stuff like that. But everything else you should become an expert at, okay? So you have no one else to blame but you. But hopefully you will learn as you go along. You know, it's very simple once you get the hang of taking care of your hair and developing your own routines. You will see that it's not that hard. It just looks hard when you're a newbie. But once you add it, you understand how your own hair feels, and it's a part of your body. So don't worry, you will. It's very simple, and especially if you keep up with the protective styles, you don't have to touch your hair that often. So you, in a way, you're basically not even gonna be doing anything to your hair but applying the moisture, the Shima oil once every other night and stuff like that. Well, okay, I hope I educated you a lot today. And well, next time you see me, I'm gonna have all these roots touched up. Alright?